Okay, first things first, I think we need to learn a few football words, just in case you don't know them already. I'm going to read you some riddles from this book called Little Football, and let's see how many of these words you already know. Start with, it's full of air and mostly brown, but in this sport, it isn't round. What do you think it is? It's the football. Football is kind of shaped like an egg instead of being round like a soccer ball or a basketball. All right, next. It has a mask, but it's no disguise. Protect your head and nose and eyes. What do you think that is? It's a helmet. Football players get bumped around a lot and they don't want to get hurt, so they wear a helmet to protect their head. Score 3 points if you kick it through. It's shaped just like the letter U. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a goalpost. All right, next. Strap these on atop your shoulders. Make them look as big as boulders. It's shoulder pads. Just like a helmet, they need to wear shoulder pads to protect their bodies from when they fall and bump into other players. Next, I'm on the field so teams play fair. Zebra stripes is what I wear. Who's on the field besides the players? Do you know the word for that? It's a referee. They make sure that everybody follows the rules. Players wear this in a game. It shows a number and a name. We already said that they have to wear a helmet and they have to wear shoulder pads. But on top of the shoulder pads, they wear a team jersey. A jersey is a shirt that you wear in sports to show which team you're on. Now, pom-poms waving. Go team, go! Who helps fans enjoy the show? They're called cheerleaders. All right, and we have just one more. Okay, we had some things that you need for football. We have the ball and the goalposts. We have the things that you need to wear, like the helmet and the shoulder pads and the jersey. And we have some people who are important to the game. So far we mentioned the referee and we mentioned the cheerleaders. And now there's somebody else who's really important to a football team. He takes the hike, makes a throw. To a receiver, he runs the show. He is the most important player on the team, and he is called the quarterback. And there we go. Those are a lot of really useful words to know when you're going to read a story about football. Hi everybody, it's Miss Aviva from the Ridgefield Public Library in Ridgefield, New Jersey, and this is an online story time. Super Bowl Sunday is almost here, so if you're a football fan, or your kid is a football fan, or you don't have anything better to do, this is football story time. We're going to start out reading the absolute all-time favorite classic, Miss Nelson Has a Field Day by Harry Allard and James Marshall. For some weeks now, gloom had blanketed the Horace B. Smedley School. No one laughed or threw spitballs. No one even smiled. Miss Nelson was worried. Everyone was down in the dumps. Even the cafeteria ladies had lost their sparkle. Mr. Blandsworth was so depressed that he hid under his desk. "It's the worst team in the whole state," he said. And it was true. The Smedley Tornadoes were just pitiful. They hadn't won a game all year. They hadn't even scored a single point. And lately, they only seemed interested in horsing around and giving Coach the business. practice, they said. We'll just lose anyway. We're in it for now, said old Pop Hansen, the janitor. The big Thanksgiving game is coming up, and the werewolves from Central are real animals. They'll make mincemeat out of our team. What's to be done, said Miss Nelson. We need a real expert, said Pop. That afternoon, while Miss Nelson was grading papers, she heard wild laughter. It was coming from the teacher's lounge. Coach Armstrong had cracked up. I'll make us a fresh pot of coffee, said Miss Nelson. When Coach had calmed down, Miss Nelson took him home in a taxi. You need a nice long rest, she said. The next day, it was announced over the PA that Coach Armstrong would be out for a long time with the measles. Who'll take his place, said the kids. When Miss Nelson passed by Lulu's after school, a serious discussion was going on. We need someone who can really get the team into shape for the big Thanksgiving game, said one kid. Someone who knows how to get results. It's too bad Miss Viola Swamp isn't around, said another. Who? The kid said, a kid who was new in town. You've never heard of Viola Swamp, said the first kid. The meanest substitute in the entire world. She's a real witch. She'd have no trouble getting results. Mr. Blandsworth happened to overhear. He said. Said Miss Nelson, and she wasted no time in getting home. After rummaging around in her closet, she found what she was looking for. An ugly black sweatsuit. And she made an important phone call. I'll be right there, said the voice at the other end. The next day, Mr. Blandsworth announced that there would be football practice as usual. Whoever it is, said the guys, let's really give them the business. The doors to Coach's office flew open, and out stepped a lady in an ugly black dress. My name is Viola Swamp, said the lady, and I'm here to get results. It's Blandsworth, cried the guys, and they laughed him off the field. Oh, rats, said Blandsworth. How could they tell? But just then, the guys heard the sound of squeaky tennis shoes. I am Coach Swamp, said the lady in the ugly black sweatsuit. Holy smoke, cried the team. The Swamp! The team's fullback tried to pussyfoot away. Not so fast, Mr. Smarty, said Coach Swamp. Wow, said one of the guys. Did you see that tackle? Coach Swamp was a real expert. She put the team to work right away. The guys had never done so many leg raises. More, said Coach Swamp. They had never run so fast. Faster, yelled Coach Swamp. This is murder, said the guys. Pipe down, said Coach Swamp. In only a matter of days, the Smedley Tornadoes were looking better. Coach Swamp really gave them the business. Mr. Blandsworth was a little puzzled, however. Who is that Miss Swamp, he said. Maybe Miss Nelson knows. I'll go ask. Miss Nelson was busy grading papers when Blandsworth looked in. I don't want to disturb her, said Blandsworth. She probably doesn't know anyway. Down on the field, Coach Swamp was having a little talk with the team. And don't ever think you can horse around again, she said, because the Swamp will be watching. When Coach Armstrong returned after his rest, he was very surprised by what he found. The guys played like a real team. How did this happen? Asked Coach Armstrong. Said the guys. On Thanksgiving Day, the Tornadoes clobbered the Werewolves 73-3. It was a great day for Horace B. Smedley School. Mr. Blandsworth treated the whole team to hot dogs at Lulu's. Miss Nelson went home, tired and happy. Sometimes you just have to get tough, she said to her sister Barbara. And by the way, thanks for filling in for me. Anytime, said Barbara. Anytime. And that's the end. And now for book number 2, we are going to read Goodnight Football by Michael Dahl. It's the end of the week. It's the best of all sights. Beneath the night sky lies a field of bright lights. And the bleachers are full for a very good reason. The big game is tonight. It's football season! The big band plays and the cheerleaders shout. And everyone cheers as the teams run out. The fans are excited. It's time for some fun. Then a whistle. The kickoff. The game has begun. On 3rd and 1, the ball is snapped. But the defense breaks through and the quarterback sacked. He shakes it off and gets up. The crowd yells, hooray! Then the team huddles up and discusses a play. The quarterback drops back and lets the ball go. It sails through the air. Oh, what a throw! A receiver breaks loose and stands all alone, reaches up, grabs the ball. He's in the end zone! The teams trade possessions. Up and down rolls the score. Then a long run wins the game. Hear the crowd roar! What a game! What a night! Good night, players. You fought a good fight. Good night, coaches, as they shake hands. Good night, cheerleaders. Good night, band. Good night, bleachers. Good night, fans. Good night, field and concession stands. Good night, mascot. We'll come back soon. Good night, goalposts. Good night, moon. Good night, helmet, and my favorite teams. Good night, football. Good night, and sweet dreams.